really check the syllabus. Unless you're that person, you know you can handle all that. Ooh, okay. If you're not trying to seek drama, drama will not find you. With college, you kind of have to make your own schedule. Yes, it is looked down upon. Hi lovelies, it's Chloe Caroline and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I wanted to film like a advice video for my incoming freshman this school year. And how I'm gonna do the video, I'm gonna like split it up into 3 categories. The first category being advice for high school freshmen, second one being advice for college freshmen, and then the third one being just community college advice in general. My qualifications is that I am an incoming sophomore in college and I'm attending a community college in my local town. So that's why I kind of wanted to do those 3 segments because I already been through everything basically. So yeah, don't forget to follow my social medias on the screen and in the description below, and let's hop into the video. If y'all see me looking down here, I have my questions here on my notebook, and these are just questions that I've seen like on the internet, ChatGPT, and then like on Reddit. So for the first question is, how do I stay organized with all the new classes? So to stay organized with your new classes, I would say to have kind of like figure out your schedule first, especially for incoming freshmen, and to make sure like where you have all your classes, and then also really check the syllabus that your teacher gives you, because they're not just giving the syllabus just to give it to you and for you to just have extra paper. Like this is how they're going to organize their classroom. Also, I would say like to get a planner. I know people don't want to do planners, some people don't, but just get a planner and plan out all your things, all the classes that you have, upcoming assignments, important due dates like when the quarter ends, when you get your grades back, your interim grades, your midterm grades. Keep all that in a planner and be organized, because you don't know when stuff's due and coming up, so you need to scrap for stuff last minute. So yeah, I would just say just get a planner to stay organized. Okay, next question is, should I take honors or advanced classes? I would say take it later on in high school. Like you don't have to take it 9th grade unless you're that person, you know you can handle all that. Or even if your school has concurrent classes, take that. You can definitely take that in 9th grade. So I would say take concurrent. You can take it now if you wanted to. And then for AP, I would say to like kind of wait on that, because AP is kind of like, it can get a lot because you're doing extra work than taking the other classes, and that can be a lot on people, especially if you're taking multiple of them. So I would say kind of hold on the APs until you get adjusted to high school life, but take concurrent classes, because then you can transfer those credits that you get from concurrent classes and be transferred into your college. So I would say take concurrent classes, but be mindful that it's going to be a little bit more work than like your regular school classes. But yeah, I would say take concurrent classes and wait on the AP classes. So next question is, how do I make friends if I don't know anyone? Oh, okay. I would say to like bring yourself out of your shell, because everyone's trying to make friends, especially that first week of freshman year. Talk to people, compliment people, because everybody likes a compliment. If they have something that you see, like they have like a little anime keychain, be like, oh, you like anime? That's crazy. I like it too. Just stuff like that. Talk about the classes, because y'all be in the same class. You're gonna be seeing each other all year. And then like if you want to join clubs, joining clubs can be a good way to make friends. Y'all like the same sport, so you might as well try and make conversation over that. Just get to know people. Don't be afraid to. Don't stay in your shell. Be like, oh, I don't feel like talking to people. Like, oh, I'll just talk to them tomorrow. No, just go ahead and do it. If you're already thinking about it, just go ahead and do it. But I understand like social anxiety. I have a little bit of it, but just talk. No one's gonna kill you for talking. Just talk. You'll be fine. So next question is, how do you avoid drama in high school? Really, if you're not trying to seek drama, drama will not find you. Don't be talking about people, because if you talk about that person, that's gonna get back to that person, because people like to talk. They like to keep the mess going. And it's kind of like, you're gonna regret having drama with that person when you get like in your sophomore year, you'll be like, what? I literally had drama with this person over nothing. And don't be getting into fights. It's not cute to be fighting. It's not. I know baddies got people fighting and stuff. It's not cute. Don't be fighting, because the problem is not that serious to be getting your hair pulled, getting bruised up. It's literally not that serious. Just kind of observe. You can talk to your mama about it, but don't talk about people, okay? Okay. Another thing, overall in high school, make the most of every opportunity, because high school is going to go by so fast. You're not going to realize it until you get in your senior year and you're on stage crying about all the memories that you had in high school. that was me. I would say just make every most of it. Go to every like game, social event. So I just want to end it off on the high school advice. Okay, next section that we have is college advice. The first question I have is, how do I pick my classes or schedule? So with college, you kind of have to make your own schedule. Honestly, know what classes you're going to take and kind of know what degree you're thinking about, and then obviously have backups with that degree. Don't pick nothing after 4 p.m. Please don't, because you're not going to want to get up at 4 p.m. or even after that to go up to no classes. You're probably going to be skipping that class anyways. Yeah, I would just say kind of know before you go into scheduling your classes with your counselor, kind of know what classes that you need to take, because there are a set of classes that every freshman have to take, and obviously it's different from each college, but obviously there are some classes that differ depending on your degree. But like I said, just kind of have a set mind of what you want to do, which degree you're trying to go for, and obviously backups, and then what classes that you take, and also try to tell them like what days you need. For me, I was like, please give me classes that are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Kind of know what classes you have in mind and what classes you need for a degree. Sometimes those counselors don't know, or they might put you in classes that you really didn't need to take for your degree, and you're just wasting money for a class you didn't need to take. So kind of have, but sometimes things don't go your way. It'll be fine. You just have to make that sacrifice. But honestly, just plan out which classes that you need. Okay, next question is, how do I make friends on campus? So this kind of question falls back to like high school advice. Join clubs, talk to people, especially freshman year. Talk to people freshman orientation. Do it. Join clubs for your race. I know this sounds weird, but they have an African American club, join that. If they have a Filipino club, join that. If they have a Hispanic club, join that. Join those type of clubs as well, because there are people in your community that are like you. Or you can join clubs that's going to your career path, like they might have a pre-health club. Join that. Just join clubs that you find interesting. Those are kind of like different things. And also be willing to make friends. Try to be approachable. Start the first conversation, because some people might be intimidated to start the conversation with you, but just talk to them first. And if the person don't want to talk to you, move on. Or if you talk to that person a second time and they're showing like disinterest, it might be because something happened to them that day. And don't just give up, or like don't be getting discouraged because they didn't have the same energy that they had the first time you met. Something could have happened in their life. So I would say just give people second chances and give people grace. Ooh, this is a good one. How do I budget my money in college? Okay, so it depends on the type of situation they have, their income, their family income, because some people get scholarships based on that, or their parents can help them pay for the college, which can be good, or they have to pay it themselves. So I would say, I'm gonna just say a broad statement for all those different people. I would say try to save up before you go to college. Like try to save up in the summer, work summer jobs. Also, apply to those scholarships. Applying to scholarships can help a lot with tuition. And you might be thinking, why would I apply to a scholarship? I'm probably not going to get it. Still apply. Still apply to all the scholarships. I even applied to the Zombie Apocalypse scholarship. Did I get it? No, but I had fun writing it. And also just try to save, budget weekly, and then also like take advantage of what your college offers. That can also help with saving money. And then also have priorities. Separate your wants from your needs. Have your needs on your priorities list. Then if you have extra money, spend that on yourself. Just be responsible with your money, because that money will go out real quick. And some people have to take out loans. Even though a lot of people don't want to, you might have to take out a loan. But just try to be responsible with your money in college. Okay, next question is, what happens if I don't like my major? Change it. Try to change it early on. If you notice that like when you took your classes that are specific to your major and you thought, I do not want to do this, or this class is not as fun as I thought it was, just change your class. Talk to your counselor. They'll be able to help you with changing your major, but make sure you do it early on. Don't wait until the end of your sophomore year to want to change your major. You already got through your basics of your classes, and you already got through the beginnings of your major classes, and it would be kind of hard because you, after a certain time, you have to retake all those classes, and that's more money to spend on new classes and all that. It's not the end of the world if you don't like your major. Just change it as quickly as possible. Okay, so the next section I have is community college. I guess I'm gonna give a little backstory. After this school year, so after spring of 2026, I'll be able to transfer. And the reasons why I chose community college was, one, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was like, if my mom's gonna help me pay for college, let me not try to waste her money. Two, I can get my bases out of the way and it still be cheaper. And then three, I get to be closer to home. I was not ready to like move out move out to a college and dorm with somebody. But yeah, that's a little backstory on why I choose community college. So let's get into the question. So the first question I have is community college easier than a university? No, it's not easy. Just because it's at a community college don't mean it's easier. The professors are qualified, or just as qualified as other professors at university. So why would they make community college easier? Please stop thinking that. Okay, but no, it's not easier than university. The professors are just as qualified as the other professors. Why would they dumb down their curriculum and mess around and lose their job over community college? So no, it's not easier. You're taking the same classes as you were in university. It's just cheaper. So okay, second question I have is community college bad or looked down on? Yes, it is looked down upon, because I guess like the status of you going to community colleges is not higher than like a university. It's still looked down upon. But I feel like also since more people are realizing that community college is cheaper, it's starting not to be that looked down upon. But there is still people that still have that old school mindset of like, oh, she's going to community college? Ugh, that's not even that good. It is still looked down upon, but there's more people that are choosing that path now. So that's what I would say. Next question that I have is, how many classes should I take as a freshman? It depends if you're trying to be full-time or part-time, and also if you got a scholarship that requires you to be full-time or take a certain amount of credits to be considered that. So I took a scholarship and it requires like 14, 15 credits, and that's about like 5 to 6 classes. It honestly depends. With community college, you have to make sure that you know what classes that you take and like when do you want to graduate. That's really the question, is when do you want to graduate? Do you want to graduate as soon as possible or take your time in doing the classes? So for me, I want to graduate within the 2 years so then I can transfer to my college. So I took 5 to 6 classes for the first semester in freshman year, and I also took the same amount of classes in the second semester as well, and I plan to take that same amount of classes in my fall in my sophomore year. Also, see what your credits, like how many college credits you already have before entering college, because I can also see like how many classes that you need to take or that you want to take. So I just say with taking classes at community colleges, or how many to take as much as you can take in freshman year. I would say about like 16 credits be the max. Don't take more than that. You're gonna get overwhelmed. Yeah, it just depends on when you want to graduate and then how is your school's policy. Next question that I have is, how do I transfer from community college to university? So from transferring, to make sure you have all of your credits that you need to transfer and that you won't be taking too many classes when you go to university. So what I would start doing, even now for me, I've printed out like all the classes that I will need for my degree, my specific degree, and the degree I'm doing is biology. So I'll need to take 4 or 8 hours of biology. Make sure you get all your credits that you need. Talk to your counselor and be careful with transferring, because if you look on the number, the first number is like the difficulty of your classes. So for my community colleges, they only go up to 3, but university they'll go to the 5 to 6. So sometimes it might be the same name, but if it's not the same number and it doesn't match up, that credit won't transfer over. Because that was what I went through. Took anatomy and physiology 1 and 2 freshman year, and I thought it would transfer over because it's like it's the same name, right? You would think like the same name will transfer over, but no. If you look at those numbers, the number for my community colleges was a 1, and then the other number for my college was a 3. That was not going to transfer over. So it wasn't going to transfer over because the numbers weren't the same, because the difficulty was different. Talk to the counselors at your university, because you can get special scholarships for being a transfer student. That's kind of like a transfer agreement that they have when you transfer from a community college to university. Talk to people over there, make sure everything's right over there with they accepting your credits. Another question, what? Okay. Another question I got is, do people date at community colleges? No. Like, what? Yes, they date. They're normal people. Like, they're the same people that are at universities. Like, yes, people date. Like, I don't know, they date, yes. It's not any different. They're the same people, same feelings, same everything. So okay, the last question I have is, how do you stay motivated? I just made sure I kept that same goal in mind when I felt unmotivated. Was I want to go ahead and go through community college so I can go to university. I need to get this work done. I need to take as many credits as I can so I can graduate within the 2 years so I can go to university and stuff. And that was like the main thing that helped me stay grounded and also kept me motivated to not slack off on my work. Also, don't get discouraged because people that you saw in high school, they're posting fun stuff at university and stuff, like they're hanging out with new friends. Because I was like that too, not gonna lie, I was like that, but I had to remember that everybody's going on their different path, and you can still have that same fun stuff at community college. Trust me. And just make sure you know what your motivation is and have that motivation always in your mind, like when you get unmotivated. So just know what your goal is. Always keep your goal in the back of your mind, because every time you get unmotivated, be like, bam, I think of my goal, so I need to keep working towards that. And that was my goal, was to get out of community college in 2 years. That was my goal, to get out so I can go to university. So that was the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked this advice video that I did, and I hope you took this advice and you actually learned from it and don't just listen to me yap and not take this advice. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any more questions about high school, college, community college, or questions in general about school, just leave them down below and I'll answer it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn off your post notifications so you'll know when I post. And yeah, don't forget to follow all my social medias and stay tuned for my next video on my back to school try-on haul. So don't forget for the next video, and stay tuned for the rest of my back to school series. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.